Sup guys, it's your boy Justin here with another comic book review. But before we start the comic book review, like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. So yeah, I'm finally reading a Nerotik comic book, which I've been wanting to read a Nerotik comic book for a couple years now when I first heard about it. This is Nerotik 30 by Glenn Danzig, Simon Bisley, and Rafa and Jonathan Wayshak. This is the 30th anniversary. Apparently, the Nerotik has been around for 30 years. I had no idea. This is Glenn Danzig's comic book from Misfits fame, who's probably my favorite punk rock band. Which is, not if you're. I think Misfits is a lot of people's favorite punk rock band because punk rock is not that good of a genre. But yeah, I first heard about this and I'm like, oh my crap, I need to get these Nerotik comics. Which I think Darkside is Comics did a review for a Verotik comic, which Verotik is the publisher, Nerotik is the series, which Nerotik is a horror / fantasy anthology series, and I paid $6.25 for this comic book, and what a ripoff! What a ripoff! This, holy crap! Because the comic book is, by the way, love the cover. It's cardstock and very glossy paper, very good. But this comic book has 3 stories. One is Hell Mask by Glenn Danzig, Simon Bisley, which Glenn Danzig wrote all these stories. You have art by Rafa for Weird Voodoo, and Jonathan Wayshak did the art for Mystery Girl. And these all feel like previews for comics. This does not, like each story is like a couple pages. Like the first story is about this kingdom is under siege, and the king decides to release the seal on this supernatural knight called the Hell Mask, which looks a lot like Skeleton Knight from Berserk, which I know I say that a lot, but come on. For people who don't know, Glenn Danzig is is an anime fan. He likes Devilman. One of his characters is very much a ripoff of Devilman. So yeah, it's about basically they're under siege and they release the seal on the Hell Mask to defeat their enemies. Apparently, character is going to be have his own comic book. So the next story is about this girl who's very much a blaxploitation inspired character who performs a voodoo ritual to summon this undead creature to get revenge for her. And then the story ends. The final story is Mystery Girl, where this woman who owns a bookstore in Austin, Texas, that gets attacked by this lady with messed up face who's wearing lingerie under her trench coat. And yeah, she gets killed. And apparently the the LAPD is on the case because this it's a serial killer murder. Apparently, she's a serial killer who cuts off the faces of women, and the book ends with a lot of merch. I did think this was cool. It's like films we're watching, and Glenn Danzig's watching Yakuza Wolf. Sorry. Which is a Sonny Chiba film. Blood Creek by Joel Schumacher. And Devil's Reign. And Cleopatra Jones. And The Casino of Gold. I need to watch those movies. I tried to watch... This came out in October, by the way. Of this year. I tried to watch Devil's Reign for Halloween. And... yeah, it was not good. Frankenstein... And here's the movies... Christopher Jimenez is watching. The Horrible Dr. Hickok, 1962. Frankenstein 80, which is an Italian film. Scream of the Demon Lover. And Tower of Evil. So, some of those sounds cool. So yeah, you got a bunch of merch. You get, apparently he put out a book with Simon Bisley called Death Rider and the House of Vampires. and which was made into a movie, which maybe I'll watch. I don't know. It has Danny Trejo and a bunch of other people. I have no idea who they are. So maybe I'll check it out. So yeah, celebrating 30 years of Verotik comics. So I feel like, as somebody who's new to Nerotik and Verotik comics, which there was a Verotik movie, which was reviewed by the guys from Red Letter Media, and they trashed the crap out of that movie, by the way. Yeah, so I don't know. I wanted to love this comic book, but you're paying more than the average price of a comic book for what feels like what should have been a free comic book, because it's just previews for stories. It wasn't complete stories, man. But the art was good. I really liked the cover, but holy, this was a huge ripoff. But I'm gonna give. I love Glenn Danzig's music, his solo stuff, and his Misfits stuff. Even though my favorite Misfits album he wasn't even a part of, which was Famous Monsters. But yeah, I enjoyed the comic book, and even though it did feel like it was a huge ripoff, because like I said, like I took me 5 minutes on the crapper. I was supposed to take this to work to read it, and like yeah, it took me less than 5 minutes to read all the crapper, dude. I had to read Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 6, which I'm going to review next. Not on the channel. I'm just going to record a review for it. My next graphic novel review will be Teen Titans the Judas Contract. So look forward to that. So yeah, that's it for this review, guys. Peace out.